Hip flexor stretch plus isometric strengthening. Part one is the passive stretch, okay? So you're gonna start in a half kneeling position. I want your back knee, hip and shoulder all nicely aligned and stacked up. I want the back foot to be down, so toes down. For that front leg, we want the back of the heel to line up with the back of the knee. And here's the key component of this stretch to make sure you're feeling in the right place. I want you to tuck your tailbone underneath you, okay? So we're tucking the pelvis there. You're gonna squeeze this back glute and brace your abs, and that's gonna lock your spine in place. You're gonna put your front hands on your knee and press down lightly. Again, that's gonna aid in that core stability. And from there, if you sit nice and tall, you might already have a stretch going on. If that's the case, just hold this position. If you need a little bit more, we're just gonna think about lunging forward just slightly here to bow these tissues and create the stretch that we want, okay? So I'll do that now. I'm just gonna lunge forward a tiny bit there, and now I've got a nice stretch going on here. Notice I didn't do this. I didn't collapse into this position, okay? My back is arched. I've now lost the stretch where I want it. So remember all those points here, find the passive stretch. Now, when you're in this stretch position, we really want to hold that for 90 seconds to 2 minutes. That's how long it takes to get a good release in the tissues. If you're doing this as part of a warm-up to running or any kind of workout, keep it dynamic. But if we're trying to improve mobility and we're taking our time on this, 2 minutes, okay? And when we're doing the stretch, nice slow diaphragmatic breathing, okay? So let's imagine 2 minutes has gone past. Part two is the isometric strengthening. We're basically supercharging this stretch by tacking on a bit of strengthening work for the hip flexors. It's going to be a lot more effective at improving your range of motion. So in this position now, I want you to kick your foot. Imagine like you're trying to do a leg extension. So you're going to press the foot into the mat and you're going to think about driving the knee forward, okay? With about 50 to 60% of your effort. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to feel that that really fires up the quads. I can feel it from the knee all the way across to the hip joint up to here. And I'm just going to breathe deeply now. And I'm pushing down quite hard, 50, 60% effort, foot down, knee forward, and that's lighting up my hip flexors. Again, isometric strengthening. I want to hold that for about 20 seconds. And then I'm going to ease off, okay? I'm going to see if I can come into a deeper stretch, hold for another 20, 30 seconds, and then repeat those isometric contractions one more time, okay? So that is a hip flexor stretch plus isometric strengthening.